Folks, thank you for tuning in to 109.7 Plaster Creek Radio. As always, my name is Gil Dunkster. And if you haven't heard already, the station has run into some minor financial trouble that has resulted in the loss of our music licensing and most of our regular donors. But don't worry, the freaks are still with us. Thanks, you cretins. We'll still be a reliable source of local news, public service announcements, and quality entertainment. Anyway, let's get checked in for the day. It's 9:43 a.m. on Monday, November 30th, and for your weather report, as always, we'll pop over to Bert Mayonnaise, who's joining us via phone. Bert?
Thanks, Gil. For your weather report, it's brighter than I'd like it to be. The air tastes of vomit, and it's a little green out, but that last one's just that Plaster Creek fog in action. Has absolutely nothing to do with my very manageable and not life-threatening problem. Looks like it's going to rain today, specifically in towns south of M80 and nowhere else. That same cloud is still hanging in the sky over 2 months since it appeared over the pit. Despite a constant fluctuation of rainfall, it hasn't gotten any smaller, and its shape has remained vaguely bone-like. North of the highway, things are looking nice, if not a tad iridescent. Now we'll go to Trevor Link for traffic and local stories. This has been Bert Mayonnaise, calling in from rehab.
The roads are a little backed up on the north side coming off of M80, so make sure to factor that into travel plans. It seems the clown who wears no makeup is doing his little interpretive dances in the road. You are legally required to avoid him, and the police aren't going to do anything about him. If you have any suggestions on how to lure him back into the sewer, give us a call at 616-999-9992. That's 616-999-9992. It looks like yesterday, Scottish national Jorvester Chapsugar went missing while fishing off the creek near the west end of Plaster Stone Formation, leaving behind only his funny dog detective Clenser, who has yet to solve the mystery. In brighter news, community fixture Pinhead's Bowling and Arcade has announced it has removed the over 30,000 snakes infesting its basement, kitchen, and claw machines. It's now back open for limited visits between the hours of noon and 5, when the snake mafia is busy tormenting the forest.
Well, thank God they got rid of those snakes. They were truly, truly awful. All right, folks, we will be right back after these messages, and do not touch that dial. Please remember we are in financial trouble, and my daughter has dental work coming up. Children are the gift God gives us. We watch them grow, play, and learn. And when children want something, it can be hard to say no. Sometimes a child wants something more than they want to see tomorrow, and at the Make Me Sick Foundation, we can grant that wish. Make Me Sick is a network of care providers and patients that are willing to transfer the burden of illness to the families and loved ones of a desperate child. We can guarantee that the illness will be terminal, no matter what part of the body it affects. Other organizations can step in to fulfill the wish of your precious little one.
My son loved John Cena more than life itself. He wanted to meet the man, he wanted to dress like him, get a haircut like him, and he wanted to wrestle like him. Heck, before Scooter was given bone cancer, he'd get me into a wicked headlock and wouldn't let up until I let him stay up to hear the gunshots outside our home. Thanks to the Make Me Sick Foundation's kind actions, his wishes came true. Without them, Make-A-Wish wouldn't have set up Scooter's meeting with the champ himself. My boy wouldn't have gotten Cena-branded clothes to wear over his withered frame. He never would have been given a copy of the latest WWE video game where he could practice his favorite moves without risk of injury. And most of all, his dream of having a haircut just like John Cena had been achieved thanks to the experimental and dangerous chemotherapy he fought through till the end. I had never seen Scooter smile so wide since before he told me he wanted to get real terminal so he could meet his hero. Thanks, Make Me Sick, from me, my family, and from little Scooter up in heaven.
At Make Me Sick, you can live your dreams until you can't. Visit our website at www.plastercreekmedical.com/medical waste or call 911 and tell them your kid needs to be sick ASAP, and we'll come to you. We know there's weird shit going on, but sometimes You don't have the time to scream the way you'd like. Call 1-888-AHHH-HHHHHH, and one of our Scream certified screamers will shriek, so you don't have to. Bardis F. Donkin's Specialty Hot Dogs. We've got handcrafted hot dogs from every place under the sun. And as soon as we make contact with aliens, every place above the sun too. We've got Russian dogs, Bavarian dogs, Indian dogs, even Australian hot dogs. Or as they're called down under, stinky dingoes. Speaking of dingoes, we have hot dogs made from those and just about any animal you could name. Tiger, honeybee, crocodile, fennec fox, and more. Galapagos tortoise, well, unfortunately, they've been discontinued, but we have one package left in stock, so grab it while you can. And fresh from the Donkin Sausage Lab, our line of experimental hot dogs that are guaranteed to be a hit at any cookout. Bacon dogs, cheese dogs, custard dogs, fruit at the bottom dogs. We know you and your family are gonna love them. Craving that classic Red Bull Fucknasium hot dog salad sandwich? Pick up a tub at our Bunyan Street location so you can make it right at home. Bardis F. Donkin's Specialty Hot Dogs. What's in your bun? Did that guy just say honeybee hot dog? Like it's made of Okay, look. If you're listening right now, Daryl and Cyril, I'm not gonna buy those for you. Well, it looks like nobody has called in. So, you're stuck with us. Bert, what's going on in your little life?
Jill, please tell me you paid the telephone company.
Yeah, of course. How do you think you're calling in? Of course I did.
Okay, listen. I'm trying really hard not to come undone on air right now. And I really, really like to believe you. By the tone of your voice, something's telling me you didn't, and that is so not a good thing. I'm 16 hours sober. I'm in rehab. You know what? That's it. I'm getting the bottle. I put one behind my bed.
Well, folks, just like that, he's right back to it. Well, Trevor, what'd you get up to this weekend?
This weekend? Well, that's a good question. This weekend. Which weekend? Oh, you said this weekend. Gee, what did I do? Well, Saturday is a bit of a blur for me, kind of a black well of nothingness.
Lucky.
I was mostly doing chores around the house, fall leaves and all that.
Yeah, I never really understood that phrase when people say that.
Sunday, though, whoo boy. After a quick homegrown church service, I went hunting with the kids. I took little Trevor up into the deer blind and we kept a lookout for some deer. We ended up spotting some kids who had wandered away from the old asylum. I had to cover up little Trevor's eyes, obviously, while I went down and kindly directed them back home.
Wait, cover up his eyes? What do you mean?
Well, you know about the old asylum, right?
No, I can't really say that I do.
It's a bit of a local legend, but they say that it was an open-air asylum back in the day. Plenty of cases of, women folk being sent away for their troubles. Turns out a lot of them were just pregnant. A few of them had their kids in the old building, and they raised them there. Somehow a lot of the children had hydrocephalus, or water on the brain. And I don't mean they were thirsty. Their heads were swollen, and there was nothing the doctors back then could do about it. So the kids just grew up. Now the legend goes that as the kids grew up, they were tested on and turned into these mindless creatures of the night.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard of this. Now, I don't much believe that. However, after the asylum was shut down by the Reagan administration, these women holed up in there because they had nowhere else to go. They became foragers and worked out a deal with the locals to keep to their area while they farm, garden, and forage locally and keep to themselves. Now, I live on the edge of that property, and my family has handed it down through a couple generations at this point, and I try to make sure some of the kids don't wander too far. Certain locals just aren't too fond of their tribe.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that people have interacted with them recently?
Mel had to keep the dog boys out of my yard, and, I don't much mind them. Just have to
Melonheads?
throw them, like, a snack pack or a Lunchable, and they usually tend to leave you alone for the most part.
Well, why hasn't somebody called CPS or the police or something? I mean, you're telling me there's kids in the woods?
The police recruit from them because despite their horrific upbringing, they tend to be less volatile than the previous pool. Google police 40%.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, they even special order their hats. How long has it been since our last break?
Not that long.
Oh, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We should have done one, like 3 minutes ago.
Well, folks, we do actually have to go to commercial break here. But, again, do not touch that dial. We'll have an interview with the star of Bod Sperling Trash Hero right after these messages.
New from Boozgumps Toys, the Parental Weapons Unit, the ultimate kit guaranteed to get you left at the fire station. It's so much fun, you'll have a funeurism. It hurts! Featuring toys that'll make your parents pull their hair out, like the Snoozer. A gun that makes your parents fall asleep. We know you want a real gun, and this is the next best thing. Even works on parents in bathtubs and hot tubs. Warned over 50% chance will make your grandparents fall asleep forever. Think that's fun? How about the Little Devil's Brake Tampering Set? Comes with a comprehensive guide on how to turn your parents' average drive to work into a community tragedy. Not enough for you? Wait until you get your hands on the really, really, really loud noisemaker. Did your dad just get back from Afghanistan? Set it to mortar and watch the horrors of war return to his cold, dead eyes. Did a car just backfire? Was that a home invader taking out your beloved pit bull? Is the toddler choking and knocking things over to get your attention? Keep your parents up at night with the possibilities. To top it all off, we'll include free home fake ID maker. Be the coolest kid in 5th grade and bring a water bottle full of vodka to school. Order within the next 30 minutes and get an upgraded snoozer with a function that works on teachers, so you can make them fall asleep when they try to take away the one thing that gets you through the school day.
Boozgumps Toys, a subsidiary of the Department of Defense.
Has your brain been too active lately? Have your thoughts been speeding so fast you can't keep up? Do you find yourself lying awake at night, waiting for the men in white suits to stop staring at you through your bedside mirror? Well, you might just need Torpor Proto-Goo. Torpor Proto-Goo is a pre-viscous fluid that helps slow and relieve all bodily activity. Heartbeat racing? Torpor Proto-Goo will slow you down. Torpor Proto-Goo is specially formulated to cool your jets and bring you to a nice, inactive halt, so you can get the most out of your relaxation. Torpor Proto-Goo. It's not goo yet.
Hey nerds, it's me, Thud Fuckster, captain of the Plaster Creek Amoebas. What the fuck is up? Usually, I'm out there fucking tossing hog skins and skinning bitches with my hog, or beating you up for wearing Dragon Ball t-shirts. But I also see you playing those little kitty games for babies, even though you've got hair on your boys, and you're struggling to beat them. Like my last girlfriend struggled to end our relationship because I camped outside of her house for 3 months. Pay me some fucking money to beat your dumb Mario Cousins game or what the fuck ever. If you're stuck on level 1 in, I don't fucking know, Skyrim, because you're a weak loser with nothing to live for, and you got $50 in cash, I'll come to your house, and I'll beat that shit in like 30 seconds, and I'll spend the rest of the time trying to pound your mom if she's hot, and your sister or sisters if they're over 18 and also hot. For 75 bones, I won't sock you in the face for saying dweeby shit. To get a hold of me, send the amount required to Thud Fuckster on Cash App. My username is FudThuckster. That's $FUDTHUCKSTER. Because those nerds said my last name's a swear word, so fuck 'em. That's it. Smell you later, gamer babies.
We'd like to thank you again for tuning into 109.7 Plaster Creek Radio. For Bert and Trevor, this is Gil Dunkster. And unfortunately, that is all of the airtime that we can afford for today. So for the next 23 hours, enjoy our brand new white noise daytime, nighttime, sleepy time lullaby. Goodbye.